Hey, college wrestling fans, it's JT1Wrestle here, and we have got a great guest today. He is the head coach of a brand new NCAA Division III wrestling team, the Arcadia Knights. Please welcome to the show, head coach Dan Stevens.
David.
David, I wrote down Dan. Holy
Yeah, you're
cow.
all good,
What an
all good.
error. David Stevens.
Nah, we really
Yeah.
do appreciate it. I'm very grateful to be on this and yeah, just excited and um yeah, we're just excited and grateful for this opportunity.
Well, Coach Stevens, here's where I'm going to get my facts right about you real quick. You have some coaching experience at Messiah as well as Delaware Valley, but I've been around the sport long enough to know that starting up a brand new program from scratch, that's a completely different experience. Take me on the journey of starting a wrestling program at Arcadia.
Yeah, so I mean, I'll try to make it as short as possible, but like this has kind of always been my goal and my dream. So, um, when I was in high school, like one of my assistant coaches actually, like we were on the same club team together, and like he'll tell you, I was crazy. Um, I didn't start wrestling until freshman year of high school. So I didn't really have a ton of experience in the sport, but I just loved it so much. And I remember like telling these guys that like I want to be a college wrestling coach, like that's my passion, that's what I want to do. And they're like, yeah, okay, dude, like you're still learning double legs, like whatever, bro. Uh, but then I went to college, went to Messiah University, and I just had a phenomenal coach in Coach Brunk who really just like mentored me and like taught me a lot of things and would meet with me. And he told me real early on, like I remember my freshman year, I came in and I told him I wanted to be the graduate assistant because I wanted to learn and I wanted to just go this route of coaching. And like he told me he would do it. And what makes that even crazy too is like they ended up like defunding the graduate programs at Messiah when I was there. But since he promised me, like he found a way to fundraise so that I would be able to still be the graduate assistant because he told me that um, I could get that when I was a freshman. So like he really did a lot for me and just like a lot of mentoring and guiding me. Um, so even though like this might be a new experience and this might be a new program, like this has been something that I've been preparing for because even though I've always known I wanted to be a head coach, I also like in college, like I told my coach that like I want to be a head coach of a brand new program and close to home, and that's what Arcadia is. Like I grew up 45 minutes from Arcadia. So for me, I mean like yeah, I might have got hired at 24 years old and this might be a new program, but um, again, like this has been kind of something I've been prepping for since I was a freshman in college. So I mean, that was 8 years ago. So like this has been a long time coming. So we might be new, but it's not new to me.
Even though you guys are new, the Knights had the potential this year for a very successful season because of the help of some talented transfers. Um, you guys bring in three-time NCAA Division III qualifier, All-American Jacob Blair, as well as Logan Flynn, another NCAA Division III qualifier from Delaware Valley. And also you have Caden Frost, a Division III qualifier from New England College on your team this year. All three of these guys have the potential to be All Americans in 2026. Talk about what it's like to not only start a new program, but have the potential in your first season to crown that many All Americans.
Yeah, I mean it's exciting, right? It's something that like we're stoked about, but like at the end of the day, like we're not there yet, right? So, truth is, I mean, like that is like the expectation. It's what we expect that we're going to do. So it's not even necessarily like a goal for us, but like it's a belief, and it's just knowing that like this is what we're capable of. We know the talent that we have, we know the skill that we have, and now it's just putting that product onto the mat. So having those guys, I mean, they're a great influence. Like I got to coach Jacob Blair and Logan Flynn when I was an assistant coach at Del Val a couple years back. Um, so that was like a really cool experience just to getting to coach them and like, having Coach Taylor as a head coach, like he was a great mentor to me. Um, And then when I got the job at Arcadia, just like things happened, whatever at the school, because Taylor ended up getting a new job at Eastern University, which is also a new program, which is really cool. And he got a
Had
really
him on the
great
show a
experience.
while back.
Huh?
I just had him on the show here a while back.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. So like he's a great guy. And yeah, so like I got to learn from him and getting to coach those guys again, like that was really just really fun for me because again, like I really connected well with them when I was an assistant there. Um, and now these guys get to come into this program and get to lead the younger guys and um, like and then with Caden Frost, my assistant is Colby Frost, his older brother, who is a three-time qualifier, two-time All-American, who's a beast, and the dude, I mean, great assistant coach. I mean, I'm very blessed to have him. Like I was just telling him like the other day that like I really do appreciate him and what he brings to the team and like his passion. And I mean, like if we didn't have a guy like Colby, I mean, we wouldn't be doing some of the things that we're doing. So like having that kind of help and having a great assistant coach that really cares for the guys and puts in a lot of effort is awesome. And what came with Colby came Caden, another great guy. So like we're just really, really blessed to have like the things that happen to us, like I believe things happen for a reason. And right now we have a good bit of tough guys on our program that are helping us. But I think a lot of these freshmen are going to start stepping up. And, we have some other great things coming pretty soon here, like second semester. We're expecting some big things as well. So, I mean, we're only growing and only getting bigger and better.
Also on your coaching staff, you have another former All American, Keto Shaw,
Yep.
eighth place in the D3 Nation here a while back. Um, you have yourself, and then you have Coach Frost, Coach Shaw. Um, a lot of times when new programs start up, they don't have that type of talent in their coaching staff.
Yeah.
Was that something that just kind of, I mean, you talked about how you ended up getting Frost, but as far as getting Coach Shaw as well, was there a lot of work put into that, or was it more along the lines of just to kind of, luck was on your side?
I mean, I wouldn't say luck. Like I would say, like I think I'm a big believer in Jesus Christ, and I believe like again, like God, everything happens for a reason. And again, with being blessed to coach here at Arcadia, I grew up 45 minutes away, right?
Yeah.
And me and Keto both wrestled in the Central League. We're both Mud members, Team Mud. It's this OG wrestling club, like a bunch of just guys from random programs kind of mixed together and um it didn't it didn't last very long, but like we just had some great coaches there. Like we didn't have to pay for anything. Like we couldn't, like a lot of the kids, like a lot of us that went to this club, like we couldn't afford to go to tournaments and like the coaches would pay for us to wrestle. Like they just really cared about us. So when I came back from college, like in the summer times and whatever, Keto was on Mud and Black Sheep, so I coached Keto a little bit when he was in high school. So again, just like having that connection previously, and then when he graduated, like I hit him up immediately. I'm like, "Yo, dude, you owe me. Like, you better get down here." Not really, but yeah. So Keto came along. Like again, it didn't really take much convincing or anything. It was just like, "Yo, dude, we got something special, and you're going to play a big part in what we do." And he was like, "All right, let's do it."
You guys here a while back participated in your first tournament, and not only did you participate in your first tournament, you crowned your first ever champion ever in anything at the Messiah Invitational.
Yep.
What did that mean to be able to go in there and walk out with a champion?
I wish I could say it felt like a lot more, but again, like that's the expectation, like I think just one thing, like I just mentally and how I am is like when I set my mind to something, it's like I believe that I'm going to achieve it no matter what. And again, if it doesn't happen, like again, like what I was coached from my head coach and just like things that he taught me in my time is that that's not what defines you anyways, winning or losing. That's not what defines us. It's about giving effort and who we are, and again, like who we glorify. And with being a Christian, like my identity isn't in winning. So but at the same time, like when I do believe that we're going to do something, I just expect that to happen. So like, we're obviously excited for Blair and happy for Blair and happy for the program. And if anything, it's just like it's more of just like, you know, great, really more just like doing it for the school and doing it for other people. Like when it comes to me and like how it makes me feel, like I mean, it's just what I expected. And if it didn't happen, we just go right to the drawing board and just get better. So like, I don't know, like I don't really, I get emotional in matches because I really care for my guys and like I'm very passionate. I'm the type of coach that can't sit there. I'm standing, I'm moving. But like once the match is over, win or lose, it's like, again, especially when we win, it's just like, okay, well, that's what we expected. We don't expect to lose.
I've been around this sport for over 30 years, and I've been covering it for since 2002. So I've been around the sport for a long time, and I've noticed that sometimes when a new program starts up, that the coaching staff will kind of try to make that first season kind of have a lot of I don't want to say easy, that's not the right word I want to use here, but kind of like not so tough competition. You
Mm-hmm.
guys, on the other hand, you guys wrestled Stevens Tech. You
Yep.
guys are wrestling the College of New Jersey, two of the best teams in that area. And then you guys are also going to be competing here pretty soon in what I personally believe is the toughest in-season tournament, the Pete Wilson Invitational.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on the fact that you guys in your first season were like, we're not shying away from anybody. We're going to wrestle the best of the best.
Yeah, if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best, right? And like I said, like this is what the expectation always has been. Like I've always believed that like if I took over a program, especially a new one, I know I can do something great. I know I can. And like I've been telling, like I told my ADs and like all the other coaches, and they probably are like, all right, shut up, you young dude, you've never coached before, like, whatever you say. But like I've been telling them like top 10, we're going to be top 10 in the country. We're going to be top 10 in the country. Like I promise you, we're going to be top 10. And it's just like with knowing with the transfers and the guys that we got coming in, and again the freshmen that we have, like I believe in all of these guys, and like I do believe in having a schedule where yep, you're going to have some easier competition, but I also believe in having a lot of those tier two, tier three competitions where it's like, yeah, these are some really tough matches, or hey, like we're supposed to get beat this week. We're supposed to lose because we want to experience what we have to do to get to that next level. Like I think, and I told our guys this, like Stevens romped us, and I think it was the best thing for us. We were out a lot of starters. We had to rely on a lot of freshmen, but like it gave freshmen a very, very early experience. You got to think it's only the second week of season. Like they got a really early experience of wrestling a high level team, ranked 24th in the nation in team duels. So like they got to wrestle really good team, high quality wrestlers in again a very established program early on, and that's what's going to develop these guys. And I think the biggest thing right now is just like you have to be okay with losing if you want to be great. And like that's why we don't shy away from hard competition because it's like, yeah, sure, we could buff our schedule up if you want it, and wrestle some teams that we know we're better than and that make us feel good and this and that. But then when it comes to the regional tournament, you go 0-2 because you're not ready for the competition. Like I'd rather my guys be going into that regional tournament at a 500 record or less, but knowing that they have the ability to beat some of those guys because they've wrestled that level caliber of guys. So, um, and again, what's awesome about our sport is the beginning of the season doesn't matter anyways. What matters is your last 4 weeks, regionals and nationals. So everything is a rehearsal. So everything that we do is just to prepare you for the toughest tournaments of your life. And that's why we don't shy away from competition because again, we believe that this is what we're capable of doing and being one of those teams.
First, when the season first started, I wasn't able to figure out which regional you guys are going to be in at the end of the season. So, what regional will you be in come March?
Region 3.
Region three. Okay,
Yep. So TC&J, Messiah.
not an easy region.
Nope.
Very very tough region. I wasn't sure, so I'm glad to finally figure that out. That you guys will be in regional three because that's a very tough region. I was going to ask you, this season you guys don't have a lot of home duels this year. Is that something that's going to change in the future where you guys get more home competitions?
Yeah, well, I mean, the guys that we're going to this year, we're expecting that they come to us next year. So like I think that'll flip flop. So we'll get some more home matches. And I mean, with being new, beggars can't be choosers, right? So a lot of traveling. And for us too, like we don't have a ton of duels. like singular duels because like again like with being new and having a lot of freshmen, we're really focused on getting everybody matches. Because again, like my style and how I was raised through Coach Brunk is like we don't just focus on our best wrestlers. We don't just focus on your starters. Like we want to develop everybody. And like that's what our promise is to every single guy on our team is like you are going to wrestle here. We are going to develop you. Like I don't care how good you are. I don't care where you are in the lineup. Like we'll do individuals with you. Like everything is about you developing. So like we tell everybody, like if you come to Arcadia, you will be the best wrestler you can possibly be. I can't promise you that's getting on a podium. I can't promise that's being the champ. I can't promise if that's being a starter. But I will give you all my effort, regardless of where you're at. It doesn't really matter. So that's why we have a lot of tournaments and a lot of like quad meets and try meets and things like that because we just want to get mat time and give our freshmen lots of opportunities to wrestle. And that's why like we're not too worried about again like what our results are in duels or what our results are in tournaments. You know, like even this weekend, it's a pretty good tournament. We got Wilkes there, we got NYU there, we got TC&J, we got E Town. Like we have some really good teams this weekend. But like, and then my ego is like, oh, I want to put my best lineup in. I want everybody to wrestle. But like we're not putting in Blair, Caden, Logan. Like we're giving a lot of these guys rest because again, like it's a long season and they are seniors. They've been wrestling their whole lives. They don't need to wrestle 50 matches before regionals. So like we're taking a different approach and it's just it's putting our egos to rest and just again like showing the guys that like it's not about winning or losing, man. Like this is just about competing and when you get an opportunity, go out there and wrestle. Like
Absolutely. Uh, Coach David Stevens, there I got it right. Sorry about that earlier. I really want
nah,
to
nah,
thank
it's all
you.
it's all
Yeah,
good. It's all good. I had to say something though.
yeah. And that's no big deal. I've made worse mistakes before. I had years ago I was interviewing Coach Johnson from Illinois, and I don't know why, but I called him Coach McFarland, which was the head coach of Michigan. And the entire interview, I call him like Coach McFarland like 4 or 5 times. He never says anything to me about it, never corrects me or anything. And then when we're done and it's too late to make any corrections or anything, he puts his hand on my shoulder and he goes, "I'm Coach Johnson of Illinois." And I looked at him and I said, "I know that. I don't know why I called you Coach McFarland, but
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it happens sometimes."
Yep. Yeah. I mean, busy man, dude, right? So like
Yeah.
it happens to all of us. Trust me. I get it. I get it.
All righty, coach. I want to thank you again for being a part of JT1 Wrestle. I want to wish you the best of luck. Um, I will be at the NCAA Division III championships this year in Cedar
Awesome.
Rapids, Iowa. So
Yep.
I hope to
Yep.
see you there coaching some of your wrestlers and hopefully seeing those guys in the matches to All American.
Yeah, you'll see us, man. We'll be there. Trust me. We'll be there. We're looking for a trophy. So I think we got something really special going on here. So yeah, we're looking forward to seeing you in a few months. And again, thank you for this opportunity. And I'm just very grateful for sure.